You'll betray no one else, elfin bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Commandant Dorito will explain
For
everything.
stars reflected in
No right!
What's going on here?
This whore's a Scoia'tael spy.
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
Easy. She loiters around the garrison, kicking us. Roderick says he boned her, but I don't believe that.
I did!
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying. She led them into an ambush.
This ought to be easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
I'll do it, but you'll pay me. Wait for me at the harbor.
We'll wait out here.
Make it quick.
A lot of blood, and I'm about to find out who it belonged to. Guess I'll never learn. Scoia'tael arrows. This is pretty clear.
Find anything in there?
2 soldiers.
What happened to them?
They're dead, riddled with arrows.
I know nothing about that.
What do you think, Witcher?
Seems like 2 soldiers wandered into the cave, maybe to drive away monsters, but just because somebody convinced them to go. I don't know how many monsters they managed to kill, but I do know who got them. Scoia'tael.
Bollocks.
Last I recall, neckers don't know how to use bows.
Hey, lads! Let's find a tree!
No! I'll tell you everything! Just don't kill me, please! You need to see this. You won't understand otherwise.
See ploughing what?
The bitch is lying!
Give it up, elf.
Let's take her to the Commandant!
Laredo will torture me. I hope my screams wake you every night, Vatkarn.
Shut it! Thanks, Witcher. You've earned your reward.
In Belk. It'll be nearly a year now.
Moril would delight in a day like this, Saharim. Enjoy the memory of her. Don't wallow in the longing.
I try. I do. But I cannot believe all the bad blood this disappearance has bred.
Don't let other Shay poison your memory of her. Hatred is but an outlet for helplessness.
Thank you, Cedric. Vafael.
Vafael.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Nice day.
The day is awful, like every day in the Pontar Valley. I appreciate your courtesy, Witcher, but get to the point if you want something.
The elf woman you were talking about. How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone. And neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
Who exactly are you?
One who warns humans against the dangers that lurk in the forest.
Care to clarify?
I am old, even for an elf. Yet the forest is older. I've lived in it for years and understand it, though it's nothing I can explain. At times I make mistakes and people don't come home.
So you help humans.
I just know if it's safe to venture beyond the gates or not.
Maybe I'll come back when you're sober.
You witches live a long life. You may indeed get to see that day.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
I need to make a few orans. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in the clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was raised in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say. Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercey locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded. By them or their families.
No harm in trying.
Some help, finally. I thought I was done for.
What's wrong?
I'm fine, but my friend remains in that damned hospital.
Cedric told me that 2 people went missing near the burnt mansion.
I'm Rupert Brandhuber. I'm a medic from Edda, and I came here with a friend to look for a very rare species of herbs.
These woods aren't the best place for herb picking.
So we were warned, but the temptation was too great. We got as far as the site of the fire. No sign of herbs, but there was something downstairs. Something... What's that? Can you hear it? That's Grindley's dog. Feel that? Something approaches. Help us!
Rather than those here they were. Oh, the greed!
St. Vitus syndrome. He's dripping. He's dangerous. Lock him up.
deserve to suffer!
Help! Give me some medicine!
Leave me be! Away with you!
Control yourself.
It's not my fault. It wasn't me, not me.
What's not your fault?
Fire. Fire everywhere. Wasn't meant to happen. I didn't want that, I swear.
Won't get much out of you until I calm you down. Maybe the fire didn't consume everything. Maybe I can find some medicine, a sedative.
What's going on? Where am I?
Easy. Rupert asked me to find you.
Rupert lives.
Listen, you and your friend. I don't get it yet, but you aren't telling the truth. That's painfully apparent. This place seems to have a very dark past, one you had a hand in. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Great. So now you can tell me the story and don't skip a thing.
Story?
There's always a story, Gridley. Spit it out.
We're former soldiers, fought for Eden during one of the wars with Nilfgaard, times long past. I was Rupert's adjutant in the field hospital that our unit set up in this manor house. We didn't at all mind who lived here. In fact, the inmates were friendly. At the outset, that is. One day our scouts captured a Nilfgaardian. He was desperate to win his freedom and claimed he was part of a detachment that had concealed the booty looted in Eden. We couldn't believe our fortune. Thought the gods had smiled upon us. We'd heard incredible tales of this treasure, questioned any black one we'd captured. It seemed all our efforts would finally be rewarded. We decided to make him talk.
By torturing him?
Our commander wanted to break him on the wheel, but Rupert said he knew a better way. There's a local herb. If you brew and drink it, you can only tell the truth. The commander interrogated the prisoner, drawing a map in the process, and we celebrated. Talked of how we would divide the treasure, and took ever greater liberties with the patients. The priest looking after them began to protest, and one of our boys split his head open.
Nice, Gridley. Keep talking and I just might let you go alive and intact. What happened next?
Once the prisoner revealed where the treasure was hidden, the commander had him quartered in front of the lunatics. They'd shown signs of madness before. When they smelled blood, well, we could not control them. Many we simply had to cut down. I don't even know how the fire broke out.
Any of the patients survive?
A young woman we managed to pull from the burning building. She was nice, quiet, and willing. 2 nights later, she slit our commander's throat, and that was all we saw of her, and of the map, of course. The war was ongoing, and shifting fronts forced us to abandon our search for her soon after.
And here you are, back after many years. Really think you can still find her around here?
Life's not treated me well since then, and Rupert's had it even worse. This is our chance to reverse our fortunes. Fate smiled upon us once. Perhaps by some strange chance it still holds us in favor.
I wouldn't count on that. I think we're dealing with one heavy curse here. And it looks like we need to start by finding that Nilfgaardian's corpse.
Go away! Away! A wolf leading wolves.
What do you want, Spectre? Their deaths?
2 of 20 return when none remain. Yet one shall judge them. If he is merciful, he will feed them to the dead. If he is cruel, he will grant them what they came for.
A prophecy. I should have expected as much.
Bring me their hearts, so I may feast on their cowardice. Bring me their eyes, so I may spit in them before they are forever extinguished.
Is that your offer? Fine. I'll lift this curse one way or another.
And
I met the Nilfgaardian's ghost. Let's find your comrade.
Gridley, you live. What happened down there?
I found the ghost of the Emperor's soldier.
You're the Witcher. Get rid of it.
The ghost wants revenge. It brought you here to the scene of the crime. It'll lift the curse in return for you.
By the gods, you'll not help him, will you?
The ghost wants your hearts and your eyes.
Gods, you must trick him. Surely you know a way.
I could pull the hearts out of some neckers. Thing is, I'm wondering if it's worth it.
Witcher, I beg you, do what you must. Go see the butcher for some pig's eyes and hearts, anything. You'll not send us to a cruel death.
Pig hearts? I suppose there'd be some poetic justice in that.
Hungry? I've fresh meat from some piglets I slaughtered yesterday. There's also some beef and some venison from the elves. You'll not find better meat for miles.
I need 2 pig hearts and 2 pairs of eyes.
What do you need those for?
For the needy and hungry.
Oh, right. Not my concern. Folks say all kinds of things about witches, but I expect you know that already.
Yeah, and most of what they say is true.
Aye. 2 hearts and 2 pairs of eyes. I needn't know anything more.
You return.
With hearts and eyes. And now you'll swear an oath. Once I give you what I've brought, you'll release your hold on this place.
Not so fast, Witcher.
I want a pact. I want you to swear on this curse. Then keep your word, or your lust for revenge will go unsatisfied forever.
I'll trust you. Let shadows withdraw into darkness. Let madness be soothed. Let what has died be buried. Let this place that was cursed be so no more. Now, give me what you've brought. Fool, who knows not that the dead cannot be deceived. You sought to rob me of my revenge. Dog, you shall share the fate of those thieves.
Damn it! I destroyed the Nilfgaardian soldier's ghost.
Thank you, Witcher.
I've lifted the curse, but the perpetrators must be punished.
What are you going to do?
I'll take you to Laredo. Let him pass judgment.
No, not him. Just not him. We'll not go anywhere.
Shut up.
Halt! Who you got there?
Murderers. Laredo needs to judge them.
Get out of here. Look at him acting like a constable.
Guests? How nice. Bring him to me. We shall talk about the good old days.
My medallion vibrates when you're nearby, and it only vibrates near magic or danger.
Maybe it's warning you not to make a pass at me, lest I slap you.
You're right. I should watch what I do.
Listen carefully. People may say I'm a witch, but I don't deal in spells. You don't look like someone who'd come for a charm or a curse. So you either seek out sensations or hunt witches. Whichever the case.
I'm not about to denounce you, nor do I want to see you dancing naked in the moonlight before Veopatis' shrine.
How dare you?
I want to buy some herbs.
Herbs?
For personal use. What do you know about protective amulets?
I'm no sorceress, but I know a bit about magic. Why do you ask?
Take a look at this one. I have reason to believe there's something not quite right about it.
I'd say there's magic in it without a doubt. I'd gladly buy it from you.
Why do you care about the amulet so much?
I collect antiques. They may be useless to others, but I see value in them.
I don't believe you. You want to buy a piece of metal just because it's old?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
I'm a witcher. You don't want to lose a customer like me.
I suppose you've convinced me.
Let's get down to it then.
This isn't any old talisman. I'm almost certain it's MELITELE'S heart. It's a very powerful artifact. At least, it used to be.
It isn't anymore?
It was cursed, and the spell distorted its effect. It once protected those who wore it. Now it brings misery upon them.
Why do you want to buy it from me then?
I know a ritual that can restore its original power.
Unfortunately, the necessary ingredients are extremely rare.
What do you need?
Essence of death, a troll's tongue, the eyes of an arachas, and an endriga's fetus.
I might be able to get you Let's talk about the talisman.
You wish to sell it?
I want to know everything there is to know about this ritual.
Ask away.
What do you need to perform the ritual?
Essence of death, a troll's tongue, the eyes of an arachas, and an endriga's fetus.
Tell me more about MELITELE'S heart.
They say the talisman was made at the time of the conjunction of spheres. It gave those who wore it supernatural powers. Some didn't like that. The talisman was cursed by a dark force and lost its former power.
Can you conduct the ritual?
I see you have all the ingredients. If you make up your mind, come to the statue of Veopatis at midnight. Here at last.
I don't know many brave enough to venture into this forest, especially at night.
I do not fear the squirrels, and I have my methods for the monsters.
Interesting.
This place is full of mysteries that even witches can't imagine.
You're the main mystery right now. Why do you need me? I don't know the ritual.
You'll find out once I begin performing it. Are you ready?
Let's begin.
Prepare, Witcher. And now, watch this.
You must fight them! I finish the ritual!
Die.
I've done it!
Did you manage?
MELITELE'S heart has regained its former power. I can feel it.
I never thought you could conduct rituals of that sort.
Did you take me for a village witch who puts bread and cobwebs on wounds?
What you did is closer to sorcery.
Sorceresses, with all their learned books and schools of magic. What do they know? Magic, Witcher, is the heart beating fast, or the smell of wet, rotting wood. It upsets the underbelly and makes you weep and cry. It's the scythe that misses a field mouse nest. It's people coupling under the new moon till it hurts. It's blood spilled and sweet milk flowing. That is magic. I've experienced all that and seen everything. I can control it. I wouldn't trade places with any sorceress.
I don't know if I understand you, but I sure admire you.
Take this talisman as a memento of our meeting.
But you really wanted it.
You helped me lift the curse from it and asked nothing in return. Generosity is a rare virtue. MELITELE'S heart can once again bring luck. I think you will get more out of it than I will.
Thank you.
Come to me if you need anything. Better the devil you know.
Damn it!
Thank you, Master. Drives me mad. This cursed wood is full of scum, and that horseman has lost his mind.
Who might that be?
The troll! For years he's been collecting tolls at the bridge, for which is to keep the bridge tidy and drive away the scum.
What's the problem then?
Merchants from the port sent me to find out the what and why, seeing as this is the only path out to the port inland. But I found the bridge in ruins, and that cheeky cocksucker asked for liquor to let me pass. Across that pile of rubble, I says, and he smacks me so hard I see stars.
Laredo's put a price on his head.
If Laredo had his way, he'd cut us off from the world, that son of a bitch. We need a bridge, but a working one. And we need a troll, but a sober one. If you're looking to make some coin, hold off on killing the troll and see the village chief instead. He'll tell you all you need to know.
I heard you don't want to get rid of the troll.
Who'll maintain the bridge when he's gone?
Hire some people.
Know the cost of a craftsman these days? That idiot troll looks after the bridge for petty tolls, more or less.
The bridge is in ruins and the troll's robbing people.
Aye, it's because he's hit the bottle. If you could help him stop boozing...
I'm a witcher, not a nanny.
I'll pay you well.
How much?
100 orens.
200.
You're costly, but what the hell? Let 'em see I place the village's welfare above all else.
No.
No what?
No passage. Give vodka, you passage.
Do I look like an innkeeper to you?
No vodka, no passage.
Guess they'll never learn.
Enough! Don't hit! I be good.
You're drunk.
Vodka good. Head hurt, aye. But no pain in brain.
Brain pain always comes with a reason.
They kill my woman. She good. She cooked meat.
Who killed her?
Dunno. Me sit on bridge. Go home. No meat smell. Woman dead. Had no head. Guts to drink. In can't go people it kill. But guts to drink.
If I find your woman's murderers, will you put aside the booze?
You no find none.
We'll see. I've got friends here. I'll talk to them.